I'm going to speak about UberEats and dlivrd. UberEats is changing their app. I completed a few deliveries today on top of one delivered delivery, which I'll speak about in a moment. But you see how they're changing their app? I noticed this today. Earnings trends for the area I live and work in. I'm going to tap it. You see how some of the blue dots have $1 sign or $2 signs? I'll tap on this $2 sign to show you. It gives you a better, clear visual of the region that you will receive a bonus if you deliver in that area during certain times. So they're changing their app again, everyone. There you go. I'm not sure if that's on your end, but I noticed it today for the first time, and I went, wow. All right, dlivrd. I accepted a delivery yesterday morning. I had 10 minutes to respond. I was already up a couple of hours, and I said, I'll take it. $37. And I was really grateful. It was an easy pickup, easy drop-off, and the drop-off was a place where I've known. And the other one today was $31.53. Let me put on the camera for a moment because I have pictures to show you and I want to speak with you one moment. These are the things you learn in the field. I'm very windblown and I didn't care today because it was so beautiful. Bear Burger in Rockville Center yesterday. I was sitting here. I was working. I was up a couple of hours. After I said no to 2 Friday for Saturday, I said no on Saturday for Sunday, and I said no on Sunday. They all did not make any sense for me to take. Too little money, $20, $25, for too much miles, too many towns away, and too much of your time, of my time, it would have been. And I noticed that dlivrd is getting more busy. More offers are coming in more often. So that tells me Cater and dlivrd is trying to become a input output, directly working with businesses instead of getting, offers from Cater when they have too many offers, too many deliveries, and then they reach out to dlivrd to get people like us. So I said no a lot. So when I woke up Monday and received that $37, and I said, wow, Rockville Center to Route 110 and to a doctor's office that I've delivered to a few times, sure. And I was really grateful. But when I got there, when I first pulled up, I had to be there at 11:05. The man felt me out a little bit like, what's this middle-aged woman picking up the food? But then he saw, she's on a game. I had my bags. It wasn't that big of an order. I looked at the total. It was like $400 and something. I said, that's a small order from a place like that because Bear Burger on Merrick Road in Rockville Center is a little pricey. And with inflation, I'm sure it's gone up in price since the last time I went there. I've been there a couple of times, but going back a couple of years. So he continues to tell me when I came back in for the second bag, and then I grabbed the regular brown bag, he was like, we received this order at 8:25, right before the cutoff point. And I listened to him for a moment, and I went, I go, last night? He goes, yeah, last night. I had to make sure that I could have someone here in the morning because I needed someone here an hour earlier to fulfill this order. And if this order was any larger, I would have had to say no. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was all. He was like, yeah, they send it in up till 8:30. And then it's my responsibility, whatever his time frame is, I have to tell them that I can get someone. I didn't ask him what the time frame. I just, kept quiet and listened. And I, wanted to hear what he had to say. And I was like, I didn't realize it worked that way. I said, they didn't call me until this morning. And he went, what? I said, yeah, well, I showed him the bag. I said, see, dlivrd. I don't get paid by Cater. I get paid by dlivrd. And he was like, huh? I was like, Cater reaches out to dlivrd when they have too many, orders, or dlivrd is doing business directly now. They're trying to do that input output without a middleman. they're building their platform, they're building their business, their service, more in demand. And I noticed it was more in demand because I said no to a lot over the weekend. So I said, thank you for teaching me that. And he said, no, thank you. And he said, thank you for delivering for me, delivering our food. I was like, oh, no problem. He was like, you're going to Amityville. I said, oh, I've delivered there before. It's a straight run. Not a problem. See you next time. Maybe I'll see you next time. Nice meeting you, sir. Now, yesterday, dlivrd sends me an order like 8:20. I pull over and I go, okay, let me check it out. I go, oh, Queens. I want to discuss Queens with you. I accepted an order to feel it out. I opened up the app. I opened up the GPS. I typed in the pickup and the delivery address. I can do that. Right up Peninsula Boulevard, a little bit of Rockaway Boulevard, and around there. I'm going to see if I can do it. Just past Inwood, but it's definitely Queens. It's the beginning of Queens over there. I see the green sign. I get nervous with Queens. I know why now. The roads stink. Once you get in, like in between the buildings, there's a lot of one-ways. The roads are horrible. And I had 2 people yell at me, and I was pretty quick. It wasn't like, I had to think for 3 seconds, and I had somebody call him B and move out of his friggin' way. And when I pulled over, calmly, I wasn't nervous. I just stared at him like this. He was like, ah, and starts yelling at me. Another guy yelled at me. So then I look up because now I knew I was right on top of the office. I'll show you the address in a moment. And I went, they told me in the notes, side door, 1908. I looked up, there was 1908. So good thing those guys yelled at me because I pulled up. I would have drove past it and had to go all the way around. It was right near the Jewish hospital there. I drove right through it. There's a lot of different buildings and they have walkways, in the air that you don't have to walk outside. You walk building to building. It's very different. It's very different over there. That's why I don't accept offers. It paid $30, but it paid $31.53 because I hit a lot of traffic on the way there. I just put it down Peninsula Boulevard. I knew it would be a slow go. I got home much faster. But that's why I get nervous when I wanted to feel it out once. And now I know where the hospital is. Now, I won't take that for $30 again. I feel it's too little money. From Garden City that I picked up to the Queens area. I'll show you in a moment the exact address. From now on, it's got to be more than that. Now, I turned down the hospital once a few weeks ago. I paid $50-something. I would do that for $50 because now I know where the hospital is. I wasn't aware of that. A lot of one-ways. The streets are horrible. Horrible. So when I got there, I knocked on the door. The security guard opened the door. It was a small little office. I'm not sure what kind of doctor's office this was, but it was in the middle of all the hospitals. And he said, right over there, put the food right there. He said, leave your car there. He watched my car. He stood in the doorway because they needed a security guard in this little office. There was 2 women working, and when a patient came out, she was going, you MFs, you this, you that, you woo, woo, woo. He was like, all right, take it easy. We'll see you in a couple of weeks again. Take your time. You know the routine. Come on. Stop yelling. They needed a security guard at this doctor's office. It's a small office. The hallway, the woman came out. I saw her, and I turned away, and I went back to what I was doing. I'll show you in a moment in the pictures. I want to show you some pictures. And when the rep came in, she was like, oh, Michelle, you've delivered for me before. Hello, how are you? I was like, oh, yeah, hi, how you doing, Chloe? And yes, Long Beach, I remember. Nice to see you again. She goes, oh, thank you so much. They all get the same stuff. But now I know $50 and up if I ever go to that location again. I won't go past that location because on the horizon, Far Rockaway, and the buildings with 20 floors, the co-op buildings, oh my God. And just a little bit of roads. When I got off the 828, I think it is, and I got right in between. These roads are narrow and they're really in bad shape. That's why I don't like Queens. And I'm not a wuss. I mean, I looked at both guys like this, and they were like, You could tell. I mean, they're like, oh, she's not afraid of me. Oh, what are you yelling at me for? Here's some pictures. Okay, that I showed you. Would you take this? 7 packages at Walmart in East Meadow for $11.38. I wouldn't take that. An hour and a half? That says 1 hour and 31 minutes. No, thank you. This I did last week. I completed last week. It's a hospital in, I guess, the Mineola area I was. I had to pull up there. My car's right there. I was told that they moved the cones for me to park there because they receive a lot of deliveries this way. I've been here once before. And I went to the front desk right there to the left. They told me, okay. I did exactly what the notes told me. I had to speak to the front desk, and then they told me to wait right here. And I waited here until they brought down the table. And then we rolled out. There's a ramp there. And we rolled to my car. They come out to you. You don't go roaming in the hallways of a hospital. This was the order today from Go Greek from Garden City. Another picture, pretty basic. The bag is filled with utensils and paper plates and napkins. That's where I delivered to, 1908 Brookhaven Avenue in Queens. And that's that. Oh, this was yesterday, the unexpected pleasant delivery. That's one side where I left some tins. Or for Route 110. I forget the name of the place. It was an eye place. And I put that there. And I took a couple of pictures. Oh, Coinbase wants to become a bank now. They're doing a lot of things. They're making a lot of changes. Okay, let me go back. So I wanted to share that with you. Don't feel bad if you turn down offers. You're not really missing anything. If it don't feel right, it's too many miles, too many towns away. That wasn't worth for me on Mother's Day, $20. You know, if that would have said $60, I would have taken one. At least one. You know? It's just not worth the time. So I said no on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And look what happened on Monday. I got a great offer. Unexpected. I had 10 minutes to respond to see if I was available. And I learned something. I learned how they work the system. Because the man told me if this order was any larger, I would have had to say no. I didn't have enough product to prepare this order if it was any larger than this. And then he thanked me for delivering. And I said, well, I'll see you next time. You know, nice to meet you, sir. So check out Bear Burger in Rockville Center. I know it's quality food. And you learn things like that. There's a cutoff point. Now I know. I shouldn't receive an offer after 8:30, but I might receive an offer first thing in the morning, and they expect you to respond in 10 minutes. That does happen. Because now maybe there's a time that starts in the morning that they can accept offers. Who knows? I'll find that out. So delivered is getting more popular. There's more orders coming in, more opportunities, but they're not the best fitting ones all the time. You got to say no sometimes. If it don't make sense and it's not worth your time and it's not worth the miles, don't feel bad about it. That's that. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. Bye for now.